Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Wellness Wednesday and we are still working on the Hannah Lynn with the Derwent Chroma Flows. We put down a alcohol base and we started on her dress and her skin on Tuesday, and today we will be moving on to other parts. So let's see who all is here. Hello, Celine. Hello, Calamity. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Caddy. Hello, Wicca. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. So today I went down to the post office and I mailed 8 packages. So people are going to start receiving packages from the birthday giveaway, as well as some other ones that I had to ship out that I have forgotten. Or not forgotten, sending out a couple of different surprises too. Hello, Crashes. Hello, Davissa, and hello, Jen. So if you want to purchase this book, you can get to her Amazon page by typing in !Victorian, and that should take you or bring up a Nightbot command with a link. Hopefully. And if you want to look at the Chroma Flow, Derwent Chroma Flow, just do Chroma Flow, and it should bring you up the Chroma Flow pencil link as well. You're not useless. You did it. Yay! And of course I have my Shani cup. This one is my water cup that I had made. It says relax, color, and stay safe. And of course you can look at Shani's cups by typing in Shani cup. See, you're perfect. All right, so I'm going to switch you on over and we're going to work on the flowers first. So we're going to jump on over to the close-up and we're going to work on the flowers on her dress. And I need a couple more pinks here. Shanny, Shani cup. C-U-P. There we go. All right, so we're going to start with Ultra Pink. And all we're going to do is we're just going to put in a little bit of detailing, because the fact that these are just pictures on the fabric, it's not going to have any shadow details, but the picture on the fabric will have the floral details, so the details on the flowers. And her cups are amazing. I have one that says the enabler that I got for my birthday from a lovely person. And I have the one that I purchased for myself when I purchased Bob's for his birthday. Because, yeah, I needed a Shani cup too. Bob can't have one and not me. This is printed on the Express It alcohol marker paper, and the pencil is laying down quite nicely even on the alcohol marker paper, just so you know. Yeah, I told her to surprise me with the design, but I wanted my logo on there. I wanted my saying on there. So I was able to get that, and I just told her to surprise me and make it pretty. And she did, of course. It's gorgeous. Hello, Alex. Welcome, welcome for everybody coming in. After I went to the post office today, I was freaking out a little bit. I still am a little bit because I'm not sure I put the right names on the right packages. So I'll find out when you guys receive them. I think I did, but now there is going to be a bit of a shadow here because of the crease in the dress, which I have put down in purple. Now we're not going to stick on this all day. I'm just going to do a few, and then the majority of them I'll do off camera. I did start the dragon on the Discord, so if you want to see the dragon being done as well, the mama dragon and her babies, join me over on Discord. You can get to the Discord by hitting !, Discord, and Nightbot will give you a link. And, we go in there and we chat and hang out and that sort of thing. Hello, Ashley. All right, well, walk carefully and safely, Alex. There is a bunch of us that hang out and have lots of fun. Ashley, I made these smush. Just so you know. I was able to smush the ChromaFlow. It's awesome. Okay. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. I'm going to do this one down here because there's not so much shadowing on them. Hello, Mona. Welcome, welcome. Just so that you can see a little more of the detail that's going in. And I'm just going through and I'm just adding the details that would be in a picture. So, when you look at something somebody has colored or drawn, especially on fabric, you're not going to see a whole bunch of shadows underneath it, but you are going to have the detail of the flower. And that's what we're putting in right now, is just that detail of the flower. We put the details in for the shadows and that of the skirt, as well as the details for her skin tones. We're also going to be putting in some detail for her hair today, and some background details. We'll have something to eat. If you're hungry, have something to eat. I don't ever have that issue too much. I don't get hungry very often. I get weird cravings for things that I can't eat. Alright. So this is pretty much what the flowers are going to look like. And of course we'll put the detail in on the leaves as well. I could stay here all day doing details on the flowers, but I won't. Oops, seems like one of my neighbors' car alarm is going off. They got to it fairly quickly, amazingly. Sometimes they let them go for a long time. Oh, I guess I should, get out of the top chat party myself. It's okay, Davissa. I was in there with you. I'm always in top chat. Which, with a smaller channel like mine, it doesn't make a big difference unless there's a lot of chatting. If there's a lot of people in chat, then it does make a difference. It puts you behind in the chat quite a bit. But with my little tiny channel, I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference. Okay, so there's the flowers. Now we're going to put in a little bit of detail for the leaves, and then we're going to move on to something else. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Yes, just something for you to be a pain with. Yay! Come color with us. I like coloring with you. Alright, so now we're going to use basil, or basil, whichever you want to call it. And we're just going to put in the details for the leaves here. Like so. Another good thing about putting pencil over marker, A, you have the ability to put in some detail work, and B, you have the ability to cover up any areas that you missed because you were too close to get to the edge, which I do often. I'm always afraid to get too close to the edge, especially with a marker that I know is going to bleed a little. Although using alcohol marker paper, you don't get nearly the bleed ratio, radiation, movements, area, that sort of thing, than if you were to use cardstock or coloring book paper. Alright, so there we have the way the flowers are going to look. And I'll finish up all the other ones as well. Now I'm just going to do this one here just to show you the difference between how it's going to be done under the shadow. We've already got the shadow there, but we're still going to put that detail in there. Just so that you can see that there are leaves there. Like so. Okay. Now, what are we? We're going to do some flicking of the hair. So I'm going to turn her a little bit because these have swoops. So I'm going to turn her a bit so that I can get into the swoop. Yes, well, come color with us and it'll get your groove back for you. So Ashley, if you want to see, do you want to see the dragon, Ashley? Who wants to see the dragon, Mama? No problem at all, Cat. Okay, so hello, Pamela. So there's the dragon mama. And she is done with an underlay of marker with the Derwent Chroma Flow over top. I'll switch it over to the main so you can see the whole picture. I've started on the background, but there's our dragon mama. And this one here is a Jade Summer out of her 4 books in 1 fantasy collection, I think it's called. Yes, fantasy collection. So it's out of this book here. And it's smooshed it. It's smooshed it really good. So in Discord, I am usually working on one or the other. If I say that I'm going to do some things off stream on a picture that we're coloring on stream, I will usually do it in Discord. And then I'll move on to something else that once I'm finished with what I was doing for you guys. I do color for myself too. So, alright, so we're going to do hair. I'm going to switch back over to the close-up. And I have Coffee Bean here. And we're just going to come down. And we're just going to do our flicks. The same way we would on a pencil base. put in a line here for the shadow from her hat. Darken that up a little there. Oh no. Yitzy, get off the book. Now I'm not going all the way out because I want to add another color. Now these are a softer pencil, so you're not getting as well of a hard line. You are going to get a bit of a softer line, but it still works pretty good. Working in those shadow areas first. Hey Raven! Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, dear. Hi, Christina. Hello, everybody that I may have missed coming in when I have my head down, flicking hair. So I'm just going through and I'm adding the dark areas. Right over top of that marker base. Now I'm going to turn it again here and move it back into screen for you. Celine, my dear, you are a godsend. Putting this band of tape here has definitely given me the ability to stay on camera for you all. It reminds me and gives me a visual point so I know where the camera is. And it's so cool that it works. They are the Chroma Flow. And if you want to look at the Chroma Flow, just hit exclamation point Chroma Flow. And that will give you a link to them on Amazon. They are a softer wax-based pencil. But this could also be done with any harder pencil. I wouldn't suggest doing it with Prismas, however, I have seen people flick hair with Prismas. I personally have not, but I have seen people do it. Belinda. Belinda is a whiz with portraits. Yes, she is. She's very smart. SMRT. Yeah, if you hung out in Discord, you'd understand that one. All right, and now I'm going to put in a little bit of a red tone. So we're going to take some redwood. Ooh, gel pens. Whip out those gel pens. You do such nice work with the gel pens. So I'm just going through and adding a bit of this red tone. And then we'll put in a little bit of the tan back in for our highlight areas. Jen loves gel pens, especially when she's stressed. Put in some more darkness up here at the top where our shadow is, as well as back here. I'm going to put more red in back here, and then I'm going to add a little bit more of the darker brown as well, because her hat is covering that area. So we're going to go back over it with a little bit more coffee bean. Well, you have to let somebody go get them for you. I know you don't want anybody touching your pencils, though. I know how you feel. I don't like people touching my pencils either. Well, not anybody in none of the kids anyway. Bob's really gentle with them, so. Oh. They are so nice, Cato. Catio, those are so glittery. I will be putting some gel pen on her dress, and I will be using those ones. They're so pretty. Alright, so there's our mediums and our darks in her hair. Now we're going to add a little bit of a tan tone. So we're going to take some brown sugar. You can touch my pencils. Colorists are allowed to touch my pencils. Teenage boys, not so much. They are so pretty. They are. I love them. Alright, now we're going to come over here and we're going to add that highlight back in. And I didn't worry about putting it into an extremely sharp point because I want to smush a little bit. So if you're trying to smush, try to make sure that your point is fairly dull. Like so. And then we have her hair done. All right, so now we're going to move on to the bird bath. And we're going to do a little bit of the bird water. So as you can see, I've put a reflection in for her arms as well as the little bird. Yes, yes, I need to put in an exclamation point for the gel pens. I have not done that yet. So we're going to add a little bit of a depth indicator here of how deep that water is. And then we're also going to put the shadow in for the edge of the bird bath. Now I put down the reflection of her arm and the bird earlier because I wanted those reflections to already be in before I put in the shadow from the water, so that when I blend it out, it will blend into the watercolor and not just the shadow. So this is where we're going to see some smushing. So I've got Glacier Blue here, and we're going to smush these colors together and make them all wobbly because that's what water does. There's not a huge amount of movement, but there is some movement because it is water. Water is liquid. And even when it's perfectly glass still, there's a little bit of movement there. Smooshing, smooshing, smoosh those pencils. Basically, just putting a little bit of pressure on them so that they mash their colors together to make one lovely color. Basically, what you do with Prismas. Now you can also use a blender pencil on this and move it around that way as well. Like that. Smush it good. All right, now we're going to move on to the bird. So we're going to go back to our basil and our blue. Where did I put it? There it is. No, that's coffee bean. And there's my hobby. There's the hobby. So I've got deep sea, basil green, and I think I'm going to add eucalyptus as well. Oh, what is the question? Oh, you want to see my pencil holder. I'm sorry. One moment, and I will get you a pencil holder so you can see it. I don't have one on my desk right now because I wasn't using pencils this week. This one is just a basic one that Bob made me out of all the extras. But they're made the same way and they look the same way. It's just Bob made it all different colors for me with all the extra stuff. So basically it's a pencil holder. It holds 136 pencils. And each thing holds 8 pencils. And you fill them up and you tip it forward. The way it's designed, I used the Senjoki markers first. So the way my husband has designed this pencil holder is to cradle your pencil. So when you put your pencil in, it's not hitting a hard spot. So it sits at about here and it completely cradles that lead. So you're not worried about smashed tips, broken tips, things like that. Well, yeah, but I've been doing marker stuff, so I didn't have them on my desk. Call me a slacker. Jeez. We do blend over, but that's okay. No, I did not do the whole picture in ChromaFlow. I did do a marker base first using the Senjoki markers. I did that on Saturday. So if you want to see all of the steps I've taken so far on this picture, I started it on Saturday. I continued it and did some of the shadow work on Tuesday, and then we're going to try to finish it off today. So yes, it will hold up to a Caran d'Ache. So it holds all the way up to the luminance thickness. And you just put your pencil in. You can fill it all up and tip it back, and they're out of the way. They do cost $85, and that does include US shipping. If you are outside of the US, it's $85 plus shipping, depending upon where you are. Because I have it set so that the basic shipping cost for the US is included in that, which is about $15. So whatever your shipping cost is outside of the US minus $15. So, and there's all different color possibilities and that sort of thing that you can have them done in. It does cost about $60. Well, it's just under $60 to create them. So, no, it holds 136. So it holds a full 120 set plus some extras for your blenders and things like that. And another thing that I did notice for you lovely people that are Brute square lovers, I do have him working on creating one specifically for the Brute squares. He hasn't completed it yet, but I was playing with it the other day. Just going to grab a square pencil here. And the new set that he made with the larger hole that hold the Caran d'Ache, The older ones that were a little bit smaller don't do this. So if you have an older one, don't do this with your pencils. So this is one of the older ones. Hold on. I'll grab the newer one. Well, maybe not. One of them that he made, I was able to actually fit the square in. It's too tight, and that's why I don't have them in it. But he is working on doing one. So at some point there will be another pencil holder coming out for the Brute Funer squares. So you can have one for your square pencils. Because putting a square pencil in a round hole, even though the hole is big enough to hold it, doesn't work sometimes. Uh-huh. Yes, it will hold your Derwents and your light fasts and all that. So, but yeah, that's the way it's designed, so it will not break your pencils, unlike other things that are being said. If you've seen that video. If not, I will shut up, because you don't need to see it. All right, so let's work on the birdie. Good. I'm glad you're wearing your glasses. You still wearing your glasses and still saw big butts, huh? All right, so we're going to put in some feather work on this cute little birdie. I'm using eucalyptus. Right over top of the marker base. And then we're going to take the darker blue, which is deep sea. And put his shadow in, which I should have done first. And he's just really small, so. All right. Now we'll take the eucalyptus and we'll just build off of that deep sea, like that. Hi, Ellen. Welcome. It's awesome that you have made it. So I'm going through with a little bit of basil. Just adding that little bit of green to it. Now I want a little bit of a yellow green to it as well. So I'm going to go in with some green grass as well. And we're just going to feather it in a little bit. Like that. And we'll take our... Thank you. Yes, it has been steadily growing. I'm happy to say that we are getting some wonderful, wonderful people joining us. It's been a lot of fun and quite enjoyable. One of these days, you're still going to have to come up and visit and color, little Missy. Well, thank you. All right, so we've got the bird and the water done. Now we're going to do the bird bath. Absolutely, I'm always having fun. When have you known me not to have fun? Well, except for when my tummy's upset. Well, you come on up. You're allowed to come play in the corner. And this is carbon gray. And we're going to put in a little bit of shadow under her arm here and around the edge of the bird bath. Hello, Dion. Yeah, they're laying down just so pretty. They're doing a really good job right on top of that marker. Even on marker paper, which is really smooth, I'm still getting a good laydown, and I'm getting an ability to blend as well, which is awesome. Oh my goodness, how'd you manage that? Don't you be leaving him out in the woods? Well, maybe. If you leave him out in the woods, I get to keep his room, so then I have my craft room. Don't tell him I said that. I know you will. No, it doesn't make any difference whatsoever, Caddy. The Senjoki markers that I'm using are a very budget-friendly marker and actually are currently on sale for like 56% off. So they're like $30 for 120 markers. And they're really go down beautifully. It does make a difference with paper more than anything else. Awesome. Soonish, huh? I think this weekend is supposed to be fairly nice, but I think the rain is supposed to come back in next week. It's either that or else the rain's going to be here this week and next weekend's going to be nice. So the paper I'm using is the Express It blendable cardstock. It's specifically made for alcohol markers. And I don't think I have a Discord, or not a Discord, a link for it on my bot. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, I'll grab you a link here. The Express It is fairly expensive. You can also use cover stock. I have not used a whole lot of cover stock, so I can't say how much or what the difference is for that. But this is that's the link for the Express It. Yeah, I won't tell him. He's not very photogenic, you know that. He shaved his beard off, just so you know. Absolutely not a problem at all, Caddy. All right, so we've got the shadow in for the upper part there. Now we're going to put in our shadow down here as well. For the curvature of the bird bath. Yeah, he shaved off his beard, and I was in the middle of doing a live stream or something, a video of some sort anyway, when he came through to go to work, and I didn't notice it. I said bye to him and everything, looked at him straight in the face, and did not notice that he shaved off his beard. I think it's because it's the face I see whenever I look at him anyway. 9 times out of 10, I don't see the beard anyway. I just see my little baby face boy, so. Nice. All right, and then we're going to come in down here. Once again, I'm still using the carbon gray. I'm putting in that shadow. Now, the great thing about doing pencil work over top of marker work is you can lay down your base color and just put in your details with your pencils. You don't have to worry about, whether or not it's going to blend or whether or not the color is going to be dark enough or bright enough or that sort of thing. Your base color is already there, and it gives you a really good ability to build off of it. Oh, that's funny. I'm glad you made it in, though. It's been too long. You can come hang out with us in Discord too, but we'll be boring for you, all us old people. All right, now I'm going to come down here and we're going to get in the last bit of detail here on the bird bath. Make sure I get in those little bits there. Absolutely. Come hang out with us. It's to get to our Discord. I think you're on the Discord, Ellen. I can't remember. Is just hit !Discord. Thank you, Wicca. And join up to the Discord. For everybody who's here that doesn't know Ellen, Ellen is one of my son's best friends, and my adopted daughter. I have adopted her. She's mine. Hi, Jamie. Welcome. I've decided. Okay. All right. So we've got the bird bath done, the bird in the bath, and her. Now we're going to work on these bushes here, and we're going to do that with some basil, and I need a lighter green, and this one, and a little bit of a gray green. So we've got cactus, grass green, and basil. So if anybody watched my Christmas video doing the Christmas cookies, not this last year, but the year before, Ellen is the girl that was helping me make Christmas cookies. She's my little one. She's my sweet girl. Last year was a little too COVID-y. All right, so I'm putting in some shadow areas with the basil. Yes, you are in one of my videos. It was a live stream. Yay! Now I'm putting in some of the lighter green, and it's not as light as I want it to be. So I'm going to actually put in some lemon lime, which is a little bit more of a yellow. Just to break that up a little. And it gives it a little bit of that yellow green color. And we're going to come off of it, and we're just going to blend it a little bit so that it's not standing out more than it needs to. Then we're going to go back in with our little bit of our gray green. This is cactus. And do you need to put all these colors down? No, you don't. You can just put one or two colors down for your shadow and your highlights and just go with your base. You do not need to add all of the colors. That's the great thing about having the alcohol base. You don't have to continually add a huge amount of colors as if you were doing so on a pencil base. You could easily do all your shadows and everything else with your alcohol base and just add smaller details with your pencils as well. Just putting in a shadow here for the bird bath as well as her skirt. And it should just come in. Yeah, no problem at all. I understood after I said it. But you're on YouTube too, so you're a YouTube star. Just going to put in a little bit of the yellow green here. And going through, putting in those shadows. Turning the page a little bit so that we can get into the shadows a little bit more. Make sure that we are going in the right direction. Because if we feather it outwards like this, it makes it a little bit easier to blend it down. Where if you go in a straight line up and down, you get a straight line. And I don't want a straight line, I want a blendable line. You are one of the cool kids. So I'm just blending that line in. And as I'm moving it further in, I'm just lifting up the pencil so that it blends into the marker. So that you don't see a chunky pencil area right over top of the marker. If you lighten your hand as you move inwards, you end up with a good blend right into your marker color. Alright, and then we're going to add some gray. So this is the cactus. Just going to add it in there and blend it in a little, giving it a little bit more depth. Like so. And then we're just going to take our blender stick. This is the Caran d'Ache blender stick. And just softening up those lines a little. So all of those areas that I've brought into the marker area but didn't continue, just blending this into that marker area. So that it softens into it. And you won't see any harsh movement, if that makes any sense. And there we have it. And we're going to do the other bush the same way on the other side. So I will move on from the bushes and trees because I'll do the tree top the same way. We're going to work on the tree trunk. I'm going to take a sip of coffee first because my throat's dry. Can't believe we've already been doing this for an hour. Okay, so I need coffee bean, natural brown, and brown sugar. Okay, so we're going to start with coffee bean in the heavy shadowed areas. So down here where the roots are, like so. And I'll come up here. Just following the inside edge of that root so that it gives it that curved depth. Look. So you want it to look this way, not just flat. In case my words are not understandable. Like so. What did I miss, Jamie? Did I miss something? Hopefully I didn't miss anything. My head's looking down, so. Now we're going to do the same thing on this one. And put a shadow on the back side of it, giving it that curvature. Try not to make a hard line. So do a little bit harder in the back side and then feather it in to the top so that you have that soft line. Thank you. Thank you all very much. I appreciate that. All right, and then we're going to take our natural brown and I'm going to sharpen it. Sharpen, sharpen, sharpen. Okay, so we've got our natural brown, and we're going to come off of that darker brown. We're not going to take it over, we're just going to go off of it. And then we're going to put a little bit heavier in the areas where the bark is moving. So anywhere that you can see that the bark is indenting, you want a little bit darker. And Ashley, you can do wood just fine. Coming up off of that shadow area, extending it in. Leaving some highlight areas where the light's going to be hitting it. Now, because there is no sun or anything in the background, of course I am utilizing myself as the light source. So the light is coming this way. So as you can see, there's shadow on this side of her face because the light is hitting here, not over here. So we're coming this way. So with her head being tipped to the side, it's given a shadow here and the shadow from the base. And we'll have a shadow on the edge as well. Like so. And I'll extend that shadow with the darker brown. Oh no, that's perfectly fine. I did not know that. Yeah, so Jamie, if you have a link or anything like that, send it to one of the mods if you can, or here. Just post it and one of the mods will allow it, I think. I think that's how it works. Oh, poop. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, if you see a sale like that, Jamie, you can definitely post that in the Discord group. There's a sales page, and that sort of thing. Oh, you posted a link and it disappeared. Okay. And is it on Amazon? Okay. So hold on a sec. Let's see. Um, oh yeah, it's on 20% off. That's pretty good. Actually, most of his books are on sale right now. All right. I'm going to give you all a link for Kirby's books. Um, well, maybe not. Hold on a sec. Yeah, so wait, where is it? Yeah, so this one is $11.98, so it's 20% off for a paper bound, and the spiral is $17.99. So that's a pretty good deal. Did you get it, Ashley? Okay. Absolutely. There's all sorts of Kirby Roseanne stuff that is on sale, which is cool. Okay, back to what I was doing. All right, so I'm going in with the natural brown, and I'm just going through. I got sidetracked, sorry guys. The Mythic World book is really kind of cool, so I know a lot of people aren't very fond of it, but I like the mythological information as well as the pictures. Yeah, well, that's really another $4 for shipping. Yeah, $3.99. Yeah, I don't like that. uh, yeah, $4 is a little bit more for shipping, and then you've got your extra costs for the book as well. I'm just wondering if the paper is any closer to our cardstock paper. Though the paper, the regular book is got really good paper in it as well. So, and Jen, you are not useless whatsoever. You are a perfect mod. So I'm just going through and I'm just filling in the movement of the bark. And I don't have tree bark brown, so I am using natural brown. All right. I'm not going to put the shadows in with this. This is just for the movement of the bark. I'll put the shadows in with the coffee, the dark coffee color. Yes, she figured out how to do the Nightbot commands today, which is awesome. Little bit at a time, little bit at a time. Hello, Catherine. Caught that, did you? Oh, sorry. Child was asking me questions. But they were nice questions. You just wanted to know if I need another cup of coffee. Alright. So now I'm going through with the coffee bean. And I'm pressing a little bit harder, getting that dark area under the canopy of the tree. And just blending it down. As I move further down the tree, lightening my hand. That's funny. That's really funny, Catherine. Say hello. Catherine is another individual that has many of my pencil holders. So if you have any questions about them or anything like that, you can talk to her as well while she's in chat. They're wonderful. I love them. My husband prints all sorts of wonderful things for me for storage. Your husband knows me so well. All right. It's coming off of that edge there, as well as on this side here. Nah. Lots of husbands do. It's okay though. Is yours picking on me again? You just remind him. I'll get him. I may call him out. Make him come on stream with me and have a color off. All right, big boy. You think you're doing so well? Let's go. Yeah, like I said, Amazon, the Kirby, there's a lot of the Kirby books on sale for a really good price. All right, so we've got the tree done. We've got the bird bath done, the little bush here. I will be doing the tree canopy and this little bush the same way I did this little bush. Is it rebound by Amazon. That is a little. It might be cheaper just to take it to Office Depot and have it spiral bound. All right, so now we're going to add our shadows and that sort of thing to our grass as well. Now I could easily go through and add little flicks to the grass. And I might do little areas, but to do the entire thing would take a forever. So I may do little clumps, or I may do more of it as a Discord thing. But you can do this, which gives you that grass texture. And all it is just little flicks in different directions that you would see grass growing. Okay, and I need a different green, so I'm going to use tropical rain as well. I'm going to sharpen it up here. Yeah, absolutely. You can do it that way as well. You can also take the book into them as well, and they'll cut the binding off and make it nice and spiral bound. I've heard a lot of people having that done and never had any problems with it. So yeah, from what I have heard, Office Depot does that, and I've talked to them about it myself, especially when I made the swatch books and had them spiral around my swatch books. Basically, what they do is they have a guillotine cutter and they just cut off the bind really close to where the glue is sitting so you don't lose any of your page, and then they spiral bind it. So I'm just putting in a few more flicks here just to show you how it's going to look once it's all done. So I had somebody saying, do it all, do it all. So I will do the whole area just to appease a certain little missy. Um, I have, like I said, I've never done an actual conversion, but you're going to expect that, especially with a picture that goes right down into the spine, that you're going to lose part of that picture. So are you all bored of grass yet? Yeah, I would definitely take a couple of them because every store is different because they have different employees. It's not all the same employees, right? So, take a couple down and see how they do with it. But the ones that did my spiral binding here for my books, for my swatch books, did a great job. Yeah, exactly. Yep, Etsy PDFs are definitely a great way to go if you prefer your own paper. That's awesome, Jen. Absolutely, it would probably make it a lot easier to color the two-page spreads. But, like I said, with the way that they're bound all the way into the picture, you may lose a portion of the picture, but to be honest, you're losing that portion of the picture anyway because it's trapped down in the bind. So I don't know which is worse. Is it a different company that's selling the spiral bound on Amazon? That's probably why it's more expensive too. It doesn't take very long. They were able to do, I did 10 swatch books that they bound and that sort of thing for me, and it only took a couple hours to do all 10 of them. So, and they were really thick swatch books. So, that's funny, Catherine. That's funny, Jen. Well, I'm just going through with two different colors and just going in different directions. Basically doing 3 or 4 little flicks close to each other so it looks like this. Just little tiny flicks because you don't want it to be, really long flicks. You want it to be grass, not wheat. Yes, exactly. But, if you want it really long, then yeah, you're going to have to do some longer flicks. But with the way that these are drawn, the smaller, shorter flicks will work better. You guys just tell me when you're bored with coloring grass flicks. I think I'll finish up to here and then we'll work on the shadow for the tree. How much time do we have? We have about 20 minutes left, so. And then we'll work on a little bit of the sky, and the rest of it I will finish in Discord or tomorrow, depending upon what we get into in Discord. Because of course we have Art Therapy Thursday tomorrow, which we will be able to work on either this one or the Mother of Dragons with the baby dragons. The Mother Dragon. Makes more sense. Trying not to get them too close together. I've got a really solid line there and I don't really want it to be that solid. So I'm going to take my eraser, if I can find it. There it is. Yes, Crashes is a guy. Crashes is the guy. So I'm just going to remove a little bit of that grass there. And just put some of the flicks a little bit further apart. Like that. Just so that we don't have unevenness. Well, as long as you enjoy it, that's all that matters. We have lots of different guys that, that enjoy coloring in the community. You are not the only one, Crashes, I promise. Would not look blobby. would not, Christina. Jeez, you guys are worse than me. If I can do it, anybody can do it, just so you know. All right, so I'm not going to bore you with this any longer. Hello, Christines. Awesome. 9 is in 20 minutes, so everybody make sure that you go over to Christine's Color and Crafts after the stream. Hold on a sec. Let's see if I can pull up your... Let's see. I'm going to grab your channel here. Oh, you're not the one streaming? Well, never mind then. Ignore me, everyone. That's okay. I do end at 9 o'clock your time, which is 4 o'clock my time. I thought you were streaming. I would like to see you stream. All right, so we're going to finish the grass off screen, but there's a good indication of how it's going to look. I got all excited and I thought, I'm a new streamer. I am in, it'll be 6. I start at 4. I am in Oregon. So 6 would be 9 your time. I start at 4. I assume you're Eastern. So I'm putting in the shadow here with the basil. Because the light is coming this way. So you've got a shadow coming off of her, as well as a shadow coming off the bird bath. And I'm lightening my hand as I get further into the center of that shadow, because the light's still going to come through that area. It's just going to have a faint shadow there. Now I'm going to go over it. Oh, you are perfectly fine. Yes, most people are Eastern. There's a few of us that are Pacific. All right. So I'm going to go over the shadow area here with a color called Pastel Mint. And I'm going to blend with it. So I'm going to smush this color all together and give that little bit of a gray tone to that area, allowing that shadow to look like a shadow. I'm going to do the same thing up here. That is the wrong green. Yeah, that's tropical. That is not the green I want. I want the basil. Well, thank you. Unfortunately, it's not growing better than my front lawn. You can have my front lawn. It is growing way too quick, way too thick, and of course it is raining here constantly, so there's no time to cut it. Oh, thank you, Mona. I appreciate that. Aw. I must say that when I was trying to watch Emily's stream, I had so much to do this morning. I missed most of it. So now we're going to go back in with the pastel mint, and we're going to mash it all together. Still giving a little bit of texture there so that it looks like the grass is the same as here, just behind here a little bit. Now we can amplify that a little bit just by putting in little bits of squiggles and blending those in as well. And it just gives a little bit of texture to that shadow, like that. Now we're going to put the shadow in over here as well. Around the bird a little bit too. And then down here. In the larger areas like this, I'm going to leave it open for the most part because we're going to put grass in there. Getting in behind that bush. Oh, thank you, Caddy. Then we're going to bring out that green and dull it down a little bit, moving it into that other area. Now, like I said, I'm going to be adding the flicks in here for that grass. So I'm not too concerned about the softness or the edge. I will gently fill in a little bit of it, bringing that edge out a little. And add a little bit of the tropical rain as well, just to give it that texture. So once again, just doing little squiggles in the shadow. All right, Joyce. Well, thank you so much for hanging out, and I am glad you enjoyed it. Good night, and of course, remember to relax, color, and stay safe. All right, so I'm going to come up underneath the tree trunk here as well. And I'm going in a lot darker under here, putting a little bit more pressure on my pencil, especially in the depths of where the roots are standing up a little. Like this root is standing up quite a bit, so we want that shadow to be nice and deep in there. Now I'm going to start feathering it down. So I'm just lifting my hand, pushing in a deeper shadow here where I missed some. And as I come out into the wide open spaces here, I'm just lifting my hand a little and gradually feathering that into the grass tone. Like that. All right, Ashley, good night. Sleep well, my dear friend. I will see you very soon. I will catch you in your dreams. No, that was creepy. Poor Ashley's never going to sleep now. Just putting in the little squiggles for the grass. And we're going to take that gray. And this is a very pastel green. It's not really a gray, but it makes a very nice blending tool for this green area, where we can blend that color down to a shadow tone. And then we've got this little area here where the tree is blocking all of the sun, definitely on the back side of that hill. And for some reason my dog has decided that she needs to whine extensively at this point and is driving me crazy. Oh yeah, I call you out and then you lie down. All right, Caddy, enjoy your rest and have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for hanging out and joining me. I'm glad that you were able to enjoy the stream. Just going to lightly fill this in, making sure I'm deep and dark in some areas, lighter in others, because we've got the canopy over top here as well. So we're not going to get a whole lot of light on this area of grass. Exactly. That is exactly it, Ellen. Just going to bring it, blend it all together with the gray-green. And then we're going to take the tropical green and we're just going to put in some little swirls. Filling in that grass movement. And there we have it. Here is our picture. And like I said, I will finish the grass on the grassy knoll back here. And I will put in the grass flicks here. I will also finish the petals on her dress, as well as the petal in her hat here. And of course, you know, the other areas as well. And of course, the bushes will get finished as well. So if I don't finish that on Discord tonight, I will finish it tomorrow. Thank you all very much. I appreciate that. All right, guys, thank you all very much for hanging out and saying hello. Of course, if you want to join me over on Discord, we do have a chat room that we hang out in. Oh, who got timed out? I don't know why Crash has got timed out, but that's interesting. I didn't see him say anything, so I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see anything, so I do apologize to Crashes if he's still timed out. So I will work this. Yes. There I am live at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, so that would be 7 o'clock your time on Wednesday, and at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 1 o'clock your time on Saturday. And I am going to do a Monday stream as an experiment, and we'll see how that works out. And if it works out, I may do a Monday stream as well. But that's in the works. That isn't positive yet. I am working on it. All right. So if I don't finish this in Discord tonight, I will finish it tomorrow on Art Therapy Thursday. If I do finish this tonight, I will be working on, let's see if I can find Dragon Mama here. I will be working on this one tomorrow. So this is also marker with a pencil overlay. This is done on CreateSpace coloring book paper. This is a Jade Summer Fantasy Collection page. So this has come directly out of the book. So if we do finish this on Discord tonight, I will be doing more on the dragon tomorrow. If we don't finish it on Discord tonight, I will be doing the if we don't finish this tonight, I will be doing this tomorrow. If I do finish it, we'll be doing the dragon. There we go. Words are hard. All right, guys. Thank you all very much for hanging out, for enjoying your, coming out and participating in the stream. I do appreciate it. Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist or channel that you enjoy watching. It definitely does help us out quite a bit, not only with our self-esteem, but with our algorithms as well. And of course, lastly and finally, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe. Until next time, bye-bye for now, guys.